There were two people in Last FM who made fun of me for writing this letter to Sybyr, but I don't care. I'm just being myself, and they're not, so they're lost. But yeah, dear Sybyr, I do not know you personally, but your music spoke to my soul. For example, your song "Turn Around" motivated me in the mornings when I went to school. Your all-pop material is so beautiful, and I'll die on that hill. Let nobody tell you otherwise. You were in a better place when you made that song, I bet. However, life wasn't always so positive for either of us. During one of the darkest moments of my life, your song "Teach You to Be Lonely" provided me comfort. That song could scare a lot of people away, but I stayed because I was lonely too. I was all alone locked in my room because I was afraid of what my parents would think of me if they knew who I truly was. The line about cutting your dick off and giving it to someone else as a souvenir resonated with me due to my gender dysphoria. You probably didn't intend that line to be indicative of gender dysphoria, but I still appreciate it. This goes to show how beautiful and expansive the interpretation of art is. You see, Cyber, I'm transgender. My parents are trying their best to support me, but they still have my dead name in their contacts. That kind of reminds me how people still call you by your old artist name. You're a changed man, Cyber. You've distanced yourself from your toxic and self-destructive past. I mean, you have a project called "I Don't Have to Scream Like That Anymore, Suck My Dick." Still, some of your fans can't realize that you've changed for the better now. I remember reading up about how you were in mental institutions for some time in 2017. That was a wake-up call for you to better yourself. That character development you had inspired me and boosted my morale when I scored time in the behavioral health unit for self-harming with a pair of scissors in my room. Your story gave me hope that I could get better too. You eventually did. And I eventually did too. Your work ethic is admirable. It reminds you how much I write. It's without a doubt that making art is therapeutic for the both of us. I could get back into producing, but I have a lot to relearn. I got to be the valedictorian of my class thanks to the sacrifice, though. When I used to produce, you were one of my main inspirations. I was amazed at how frequently you would post your beats on the landfill channel. I also love how the kits you sell recommend producing left field beats. I couldn't buy your kits because I didn't have a job, but maybe one day I could. Maybe when I get better at producing. And I did score a job as a counselor in training at Otmed. My friend Bappy, search him up if you care about the future of music, produces left field beats. This is their channel actually, Guaygoons. They're inspired by you, Cyber. You mean so much to the both of us. Now just imagine all the other people whose lives you impacted with your expression. Pretty overwhelming, huh? I remember how you were first introducing to producing from your cousin. You were frustrated at first because the beats sounded low quality. It truly does take patience to produce. I should follow suit and be patient with myself. I did get to produce actually this summer, but only got to produce a few beats, but you'll hear them in the KG Reloaded tape. I remember listening to your beat "Stonewalling" by Landfill during that dark time I previously mentioned. Your music introduced me to a term I was a victim of. I cannot thank you enough for educating me with your music. I've learned a lot from your music. I learned that people are allowed to change themselves despite what others say. I wasn't here for Syringe, but I don't miss him at all. I prefer Cyber all the way. Your old music has helped a lot of people cope with their mental illnesses. Still, it's okay to move on. That goes for both the artist and the fans. The old material will always be there. Just don't plead for a person to go back to how they used to be if they were a better person now. You're at no obligation to scream. Your old fans who can't let go of a more toxic version of you can leave. I want to stay for his new and improved Cyber. I want to support your musical journey of healing. That's why I love Anti-World 2 more than Anti-World 1. Call me corny, I don't care. Cyber is healthy and Syringe isn't. Why do people miss self-destructive personalities? The music may have been good, but it's not worth destroying their lives over it. Your story is a powerful one, Cyber. You never sacrificed your artistic integrity. Your music was the truth. The truth was that you were a hurt person dealing with horrible things. But you got better. Your music reflects that change, especially since your recent single, True Form, another one of your alt-pop songs. I believe that this is your true form, Cyber. You aren't Syringe anymore. I hope you'll never be him again. Screw what that crowd says. I hope you're doing well, Cyber. You'll probably never read this, but I just wanted to express my feelings towards your music. Thank you for expressing yourself through your music and giving us voices. I'm looking forward to your future. It's much brighter than it used to be. Sincerely, Lain Rampertab.